Hello everyone, welcome to Katharine's Q&A, episode 21. Today we're talking about writing to market. Now what is writing to market? It's a strategy that some authors do where they find out and discover what genres are, the most popular, what themes are the most popular, and then create a story to kind of bandwagon on top of other works' popularity. Is this good? Is this a thing people should do? I mean, that's a question up to debate. The two big polar opposites are people who write the story that they love and don't really care if it fits in these nice niches, these trendy genres. And then there are others who go after, again, what is popular because it's an easy way to make money faster. So today, I'm going to go into a little bit of just little depth on some of the strategies and what you can do if you want to write to market. I personally don't consider myself a writer who does this. I like my stories to tell themselves, but I understand the benefits for authors to writing to market. And so let's discuss some of those. So again, first off, it's a way to quickly find interested readers right off the bat. It saves you time and effort and even financially money because you already have a group of readers who like that style of writing and are ready for more. So that's very nice. Another thing is that because some of these genres are kind of formulaic after a little while, that you can start writing your works quicker and quicker once you get used to the tropes and the themes that you need to incorporate, and then everything there kind of falls into place a little swifter. So you can turn around more work in the same amount of time as maybe someone trying to come up with a fresh new story off the cuff. So those are some benefits, and of course, again, finding readers sooner or more readers, again, helps you financially as well. So what do you do if you are interested in writing to market? Well, you have to do some research. You have to figure out what genres are obviously the popular ones, and then when you find one that's of your interest, what you can do then is, first thing is, of course, read all you can in that genre, the popular, especially the top ones. Check out Amazon. They usually have a list of the top 100 and read as many as those you can, because once you start getting very familiar with that genre, you can be able to start drawing out the tropes, the themes, the repetitive things that are almost essential for that style of work. And that helps you, again, know how, when you're structuring your work, you can kind of recreate that down the line. Other things you want to be looking at are the blurbs for those books. So those little marketing little paragraphs that you see on, again, your Amazon pages. And if you read enough of those, again, you'll see similarities pop up. These buzzwords or phrases, these keywords that catch the reader's attention and kind of cue them in that this is the genre they're looking for. One of the, outside of obviously reading all those blurbs in that genre, another thing you can do is use outside platforms. Amazon Rocket is one that helps you kind of find your keywords, searchable keywords, and the keywords you would want to use, again, to cue people in and draw the attention of the correct readers. The third thing you want to keep in mind, and again, some of these things you can do even if you're not writing to market, it's important to, again, know popular keywords. But the third thing, which is also important for both, any author, is the fact that there are trendy covers. Covers catch the eye of the reader. They draw them into the blurb draws them to the first page draws them to the book. I've heard that from a number of authors in that order. So you do want to have a cover that catches people's attention. And when you become familiar with books of a certain genre, you can notice that there are definitely trends. for book covers. You can quickly glance at a book and be like, okay, this is probably a suspense, this most likely is a horror, this one's young adult, romance, etc., so on. They all have their look. So you need to become familiar with the look and figure out what makes that look that look. So then you can kind of recreate it. Maybe it's a certain color, maybe you use a certain sized character on the front, or maybe you don't even use a character and just use kind of symbols or emblems or what have you actually. But check that out. You'll start noticing that each genre has a different vibe for their covers, and it is kind of important to recreate that. When I published my first work, Asara's Claws, I came out with a cover that, I wanted to do what I wanted to do. Same with my writing, but I wanted it to be me, I wanted to stand out, be unique. But the problem was that doesn't help you catch the right readers, and it doesn't necessarily, again, help you make the sales, which you have to fund your writing somehow. And I had to have a come to terms moment and realize that my original cover was not helping me. It was actually hurting me. So I had to do the research just like everybody else and kind of figure out what was the trendy thing to do for my genre. And I found a cover designer who knew my genre very well and designed a cover that fit it. And ever since then, my books have been making sales and getting my KDP reads. I'm a KU author. But something as simple as just refreshing and updating your cover and keeping it with your genre is very important. But going back to the main point of writing to market, it helps. It definitely does. Because if not, I think I've used this before, the idea of you're climbing up a hill in the rain. It's very hard to do when you don't have a platform to kind of base yourself off of. And when you write to market, that does help. As an interested writer or an author, you would have to decide on your own if that's something you want to pursue. But be aware that, it does happen. There are a lot of people who make a lot of money writing to market. And, you just have to decide what's right by you. If you have any questions for me about this topic or anything else, just post them in the comments below or message me on social media. And until next time, Skål.